Happy Friday, everyone. Today in class, you are going to be able to analyze drama elements and their purpose, and also question character choices as well as the author's choices in the words that they used or that he used in the screenplay. Our last class, we summarized using the Somebody Wanted But So Then summary strategy, scenes 3, 4, and 5. And we are today going to be looking at those scenes as well as scenes 1 and 2 and taking a look at some of the drama elements. This is all based on the standards 7.5, which is to say that Nevada believes that in 7th grade you should be able to analyze how a drama's structure contributes to its meaning. And also 7.6, which is analyzing how an author makes word choice. Again, that's the standards that this lesson is built upon, and we're just practicing these ideas today. Okay, you will be turning in your summary form today, although I'd like you to hold on to it so that you can use it for some of the work that you're going to be doing today. And at the end of class, then please turn this in. This is going to be one of your grades this week. You will be given a handout that we're going to go over. Okay. And on it, it has the elements of drama. So you can use the notes that we have in our binders on the different types of dramatic elements that an author might use in order to complete this. And I was looking through this, and I wondered what these little initials meant when we were reading this scene, and this is part of scene 2, and so I kind of did a little Google search because I didn't know what these things stood for. And I found out that this is a Latin phrase, which I don't know how to pronounce, but basically it just means notes. So a screenwriter might put in the script some notes that they want the people that are putting on the play to understand. Okay, so it says Marley's comings and goings should, from time to time, induce the explosion of an odd flash pot. And a flash pot is something that they use in the production of plays, and it creates like a puff of smoke. So it could be used for like a dream sequence, or it could be used like if fog is supposed to be rolling into a scene, they use this thing called a flash pot. And so they're saying, hey, when you guys put on this production, you know, at some point during this scene, you might want to set up a couple flash pots. And then there's this IH, which I found out is the author, Israel Horovitz. It's his initials. So when you see this NB and IH, it's a note from the screenwriter, Israel Horovitz, to whoever is putting on this play. I found that kind of interesting. So again, you're going to be using your notes, and you can work with shoulder partners to answer these questions. Then you will also have in this handout a comprehension quiz. I'm not counting this as a quiz grade, but I just want to see, and you can certainly, of course, use your play to help you with these, but to make sure that you understood Act 1. Okay? Pretty simple. The last thing that you're going to be doing with this today is you're going to be doing this step in and step out. Okay, and one side of it is called Step In, where you're really looking at the choices that the character made. And you're picking a choice that the character made, and you're describing that. You're going to answer why you think the character made this particular choice and what advice you would give the character. Do you agree with the character's choice? Why or why not? Okay, where it says title of the text, you don't need to fill that in, but you're going to notice that there is a number on the bottom of your page, and this refers to the scene in which I want you to focus. So everyone has some different numbers, scenes 1 through 5. I just randomly went through each of the papers and wrote either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So that's whatever number you have on your paper, that's the scene that you're going to be picking a character choice from. And then you're also going to use that same scene to do the step out, where you're looking at the author's choices. What do you like about how he wrote that scene? Why did the author write this part? So why did he do it this way? And then what would you have changed about this part of the story? So again, it's like you're looking at characters and you're looking at the author choices and you're answering some questions, a little bit more in-depth kind of questions than simple comprehension questions. Speaking of questions, does anyone have any on this assignment? Okay, so the last thing I wanted to share with you guys today is I wanted to do a little bit of research because one of the students asked me what bah humbug means. And to be honest with you, although I've heard it over and over and over again in different versions of A Christmas Carol, I honestly had no idea what that phrase meant. And so I wanted to understand it. So of course I used the Google and I looked up what the meaning of that phrase is. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So apparently it's an expression used to reject something in a disagreeable way. So, that's wrong, or you're wrong, or bah humbug kind of thing. Or it's used to express that something that is said to you is a trick, or it's nonsense, or it's deceitful. So if somebody's trying to trick you into thinking something, so quite possibly Scrooge could have been like, you know what, Christmas is deceitful. It's not a good thing. It's not what you have built it up to be, people. Or possibly he could be saying, you know what, I don't like Christmas, and so I'm just going to say in a really disagreeable, cranky kind of way, I'm going to use that expression, bah humbug. We don't really know why he's using it, which part of this definition he is using it, but I found that sort of interesting, and I wanted to share that with you guys today.